upgrades are tied to further character upgrades, and because I can't get any further, I'm stuck. I can't go any further. So I'm going to have a chat to the dev. The QA in me is very happy. I managed to find a big set of bugs, but the gamer in me is a bit disappointed because I didn't get to play more of the game. But I've got one more game to play tonight. Let's go and check that out, and hopefully it'll be a little smoother. Okay, last game of the evening is Therapy Simulator. Let me just turn it down a tiny bit. There we go. Now, this game I played the demo of, and I was a bit skeptical. I thought it'd just be another, minimum effort simulator. But I think where this game really won me over was it doesn't take itself very seriously. It's got a bit of a sense of humor, and it just seemed to work really well with the theme of therapy. Like, you had some people, you had a mix of patients. Some people had actual real problems, and then other people came in and I was just basically trying not to laugh the whole time. So I think the game's hit the tone really well, and I said when I played the demo I'd actually like to try the full game. So the developer reached out to me, and as a thank you for covering the demo of the game, I now have the full version. So I figured let's jump in and see what has changed. Okay, so we go to the computer. Now, again, the game's sense of humor, Johnny Sims. I can't tell you on Twitch who that's basically meant to be, but let's just say he has a very prolific career, Johnny Sims. Let's just say, yeah, he's very good at getting horizontal. That's probably the best way I could put it. Okay, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just set the sound effects down a little bit. Yeah, let's close the door because this session could get pretty intense. Let me just set that mouse sensitivity is terrible. Much better. Okay, Johnny. Let's just find out what's been happening on the set of your latest film. Oh, they're not, the developer's not even trying to hide what they're doing here. I've been a doctor, a police officer, a construction worker, but nothing feels right. What do you think is driving you to keep changing careers? There's one career he hasn't mentioned, but I can't repeat that. Maybe I'm running from something instead of towards it. That kind of self-awareness is valuable. I feel like I'm pretending in every job because you are pretending in every job. There's actually a good evil metric now. So you could actually be a complete jerk and just basically insult people the whole time. I actually didn't do that in the demo. I'm going to try and play the good route. We'll see how we go. What would help you feel more authentic in your work? I start to feel confident. I doubt myself completely. Let's just say he has a very specific set of skills. Very specific. Let's identify a moment when the doubt starts creeping in. When someone compliments my work, I assume they're just being nice. Oh, trust me, you have a very solid body of work, Johnny Sims. Very solid. Your accomplishments are real, even if you can't see them yet. Maybe there's hope for me to change the pattern. Keep track of your wins, no matter how small. He said, even the achievement. This game's killing me. Even the achievement's making fun of it. Oh, God. I'm going to hell. Oh, it's Horseface. Here we go. We've had Johnny Sims. Now we've got Mr. Horseface. No one. I love this game. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. You're evil. I'm a necessary evil. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take this seriously now. Why do you think the mask changed how people treated you? You should have stopped attacking Gotham City. That's what you should have done. Have you tried connecting with people without the mask on? What happens when we take off the mask? It would be very painful for you. Okay, what activities do you feel confident in when you're not masked? The League of Shadows are gonna drop in here and start beating the hell out of me. I used to enjoy painting, but no one cared about that. Would you consider showing your art to a small group? I could try sharing my work. That actually helps. Maybe this could help me find myself. You made real progress today. I'm proud of you. Now, please don't go trying to blow up Gotham City. I'll see you next week with hope. Okay, so we've got some unscheduled people, have we? Oh, okay. Okay, well, I don't think you can beat the guys we've already had. We've had some crazy guests today. I'm guessing this guy's thinks he's Batman. Seth Miller. I don't trust anyone. Everyone just disappoints you in the end. That sounds like a heavy burden. Actually, what experiences led for you to develop this worldview? Yeah, I can identify with that. Can you identify one person who might be trustworthy? My ex-best friend spread rumors about me. Yeah, let's work on rebuilding trust, one small step. What if I get hurt again? Getting in hurt is possible, but isolation guarantees continued loneliness. That actually sounds more helpful for him. I need to accept some risk to connect. I feel hopeful. Okay, so this is what I like about the game. You've got, we've had Bane, we've had Johnny Sims, but we also have legitimate people who have real problems. Like, the game's not just... I think it wouldn't work if the game was 100% laughs, like all comedy, because then I just couldn't take it seriously at all, and I just add random... random answers for all the questions, but occasionally you get a patient who's actually needing help. Yeah, practice that exercise. Okay, so he's actually, this guy, ironically, he's got a pretty close sort of worldview to me. I'm pretty cynical. Gonna beat you to the elevator, bruh. See you, bruh. I'm out. Okay, I made 600 beans. No offended patients. I'm going to have to work harder. That's rookie numbers. Got to pump those numbers up. Day 2. Let's see if Johnny's back. Okay, Nina Zhang. And Gia Perry. Let's go. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't have... I was kind of hoping Johnny would be back.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, where you at, my friend? I wanted to discuss your latest movie. Everything feels the same day, and the same every day, and I can't stand it anymore. When did you notice this pattern of boredom starting? Maybe a few months ago when work got slow. Uncertainty is normal when we're exploring what's really happening. I could try something, but nothing sounds appealing. It's okay to feel stuck. We can work through this together. Okay? My hobbies don't interest me and weekends feel like a chore. What if you scheduled one social activity for this weekend? I don't know who I'd even call anymore. Reconnecting can feel scary, but it's a brave first step. I'm going to actually give her, I don't like to, a lot of these are empty platitudes. Let's give her an actual plan. Yeah. Remember, take that first small step before we meet again. Okay. Yeah, you can... One of the things about the game that I probably say to the developer is you can actually win this game by talking entirely within platitudes, like believe in yourself, bro. You have the power. Like the psychology gobbledygook sometimes that you hear with a lot of internet therapists where they just use buzzwords. You can actually get through the entire game taking that approach. Or at least I could in the demo, so I like to try and mix in some real advice. I can't handle being in small spaces; it makes me panic. When did you first notice these feelings? I got stuck in an elevator. Okay. Let's develop coping strategies. I avoid elevators, crowded trains, and small rooms at work. What physical sensations do you experience? My heart races, I sweat, and I feel like I can't breathe. So she's got some sort of PTSD after being trapped. And these are classic anxiety symptoms, yes? Should I keep a journal of when these symptoms happened? Yes, tracking patterns will help us understand your triggers better. I'll start tracking everything tonight. That actually sounds like good advice. Now, I think we've got somebody in the hall. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, I only had the 2, so let's go and have a chat. Oh, wow. Okay, look at all these people. Got a long day ahead of us. Maybe we'll get the other people in. Let's just stick with groups of 2 right now. I like that they've actually added some dynamic patients that can just pop up out of nowhere. Otherwise, you just get the same people every time. I need to do things my way or everything falls apart. What makes you believe things will fall apart without your constant control? Maybe I do worry about what might go wrong. Your awareness of the pattern is an important first step. That's actually solid advice. I feel like if I don't manage everything myself, what's one small thing you could let someone else handle this week? My team resents me because I micromanage. What would happen if you delegated one task completely without checking in? I'm terrified they'll mess it up and I'll look incompetent. What's the worst realistic outcome if someone made a minor mistake? The company wouldn't collapse over a small error. So what should I do differently? Start small, delegate one task and resist checking in. That's actually solid advice out of all of these. See what I mean about platitudes? You can just tell someone, you're making progress, you believe in yourself, like just useless platitudes, or you can actually pick something that is real solid advice. And I think it would be good to have more than a right answer and a wrong answer, the most correct answer. And he just calls me therapist. I guess that's my name. I'm like a superhero. Therapist man. Champion of Johnny Sims. I can't handle being in small space. Is this... Okay, is this the same person or... The elevator. Oh, okay, so it's the same person. She's come back the same day. We work on gradual exposure techniques. That actually sounds like good advice. A hierarchy of fears and tackle them one step at a time. Yeah, let's schedule practice sessions where you control the exposure duration completely. Okay, start noticing your triggers without judgment and we'll review them. Okay, that's good. That's really solid advice. I think that would work. Let's go see if there's anyone else in the hall. Yeah, making some money. I don't know what we're going to do with all this money. One of the things in the demo of the game... Oh, what the... What the... Okay. That's odd. That's got to be a bug. She just walked in the office and turned around and walked straight out again. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Huh? I had another hour. What? That's got to be a bug. Unless there's some sort of arbitrary timer where they just leave. But I don't think I could have worked any faster. Anyway, I did what I could. 4 satisfied patients. 5 karma. Come on, Johnny. Let's go. Let's get Johnny back in here. Johnny. Okay. We've got a busy day today. Come on, bro. There's nothing you can tell me that's going to be more freaky than the last few days I've had. I can't handle this pressure from school. It's crushing me. What specific is creating the most pressure? The constant exams and my parents. I mean, this guy looks a little bit old to be worrying about his parents and grades. Like, this guy looks like he's in his late 30s. He's a very mature student. Have you tried talking to your parents about their expectations? I study constantly, but I still feel unprepared. What study methods are you currently using? I reread my notes over and over, but nothing sticks. Have you considered trying active recall? That's actually solid advice. Remember to implement those strategies, and we'll follow up next week. Again, I'm trying to be a useful therapist and not just talking in, gobbledygook. You know, the useless speech that kind of is usually, when everybody thinks that they're a therapist and they use the buzzwords. So I'm trying to actually be a useful therapist. Says the guy with 0 people skills, but hey. Can't stop lying to everyone. What do you think triggers you to lie in the first place? I feel safer when people don't know the real me. That's an insightful observation. Okay. What would happen if you paused before answering someone? The worst part is I lie even when the truth is easier. Do you feel more... that's interesting. Trying to writing your lies down to see the pattern. That might help me notice next time I'm doing it. Start tonight and bring your notes to the next session. I think I understand what I need to work on now. Okay. Track your progress and we'll review it soon. That's a hard one. I don't know how you'd help someone like that. Okay, let's let this person in as well. Okay, is this the same person that came last time? No, I haven't left my apartment in 3 weeks. What specific thoughts come up when you consider going outside? I keep thinking something terrible will happen if I step out there. What's the smallest action you could take towards confronting the fear? The panic attacks start before I even reach the doorknob. Well, I mean, you made it here. Can you describe what a panic attack feels like physically? I mean, I should know that. I'm a therapist, so... It sounds doable, just touching it. Once you've done that, we can plan the next step. Breaking into steps makes it feel less overwhelming. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I got an achievement for actually helping people, so I'm doing something right. Got anyone else? Yep, you can come in. Is that Johnny? No. I'm looking forward to seeing Johnny. I want to see what he's been up to. I mean, I know what he's been up to, but... Okay, so the same lady again. I'm asking the same question. Yeah, the elevator incident. Proven methods to help you. Let's start by identifying specific situations. I mean, I already asked that. Yeah, this is exactly the same Yeah, see? It's the same thing. I tried to give different answers this time. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone else out here? Nope. Okay. What you got for me, buddy? I can't stop overthinking everything. That's a good point. What do you notice happens in your mind right before the overthinking starts? It kind of, like, I've noticed we got a bit of a pattern. Identify what the problem is, identify the triggers, and then go from there. I mean, this kind of feels more like I'm solving engineering problems than problems of the human mind. That usually starts when I'm alone with nothing to distract me. So, that awareness is a powerful first step. That's actually pretty good. Try setting a timer for 5 minutes and letting yourself overthink intentionally. Okay, where do you think this need to overanalyze everything comes from? My parents criticized every choice I made. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Understanding that root helps us to see why your mind developed this pattern. I never thought about something as something protective before. I'm starting to see this might be something I could work on. Keep building on an awareness and practice the techniques we discussed together. Okay, so this guy, he's happy. That was a good session. I don't know if anyone else is out here. No. That's it. Let's get out of here before anyone else turns up. Whoop, 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 whoop. See you, buddy. I'm going home to spend my $2,400. You said being a therapist isn't profitable. 3 days, I got $2,400. This is one very expensive therapist. Okay, let's see what we got. Who we got today? Emma Collins, Alexandra Ochoa. That sounds familiar, that name. Okay. Oh, gonna start the day. Okay, in you come, guys. There we go. I'm gonna try and at least make it to the end of the week. We'll make it to Friday. I like the changes they've made here, but I think one thing they really need to do is add a bit more variety to the patients and the pattern of speech, because we get a lot of overlap and a lot of repeated conversations. I feel alone all the time, like no one cares about me. Okay. Where did you start noticing these feelings? Maybe a few months ago when I stopped going out. That must have been a difficult transition. Again, that's platitudes. Let's go. One activity you enjoyed. I pushed people away because I feel unworthy. What would make you feel more worthy? Or where do you think this sense of unworthiness comes from? My childhood, my parents were never really around for me. How do you think that childhood experience affects how your relationships now? I expect people to leave like my parents did. It helps to understand the patterns instead of just feeling stuck. Okay. Notice those patterns and we'll work through them together. Okay, that's again pretty solid advice. Let's see who we got next. Anyone else? No. In you come. It's not an easy job being a therapist. I feel like nothing I do matters and life has no purpose. What specific moment triggered these feelings? I realized my routine felt completely empty. Recognizing that emptiness is an important first step. Okay. That's good advice. One thing you use to bring you joy, and do it tomorrow. What's one activity? I feel like that's the same question. I used to love painting. Reconnecting with painting could help you rediscover meaning and purpose. It still feels overwhelming. One day at a time. Okay. Grab the old paintbrush out. Anyone else out here? Oh, yep. I know you. You've been here before. I need everyone to do things my way or things fall apart. Okay? What makes you think things will fall? It sounds like... I've had this discussion before. I worry too much about what might go wrong. Can you identify one situation where you might loosen grip? Yeah, this is the same... It's the same conversation I had earlier on. I'm trying a different speech pattern this time. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay. Practice letting go of one small thing each day. That's I think this patient, the one that we just finished with, we've actually managed to help successfully, because there is a yeah, you can see that we've got we're starting to head towards the good route. Yeah, this is the same guy again. Okay, we'll start small and gradually increase your exposure. Hierarchy of fears. And let's set a goal. Okay, practice your breathing. I don't know how I'm headed towards evil. Like, if you have a look at the slider, I'm going more towards evil each time. I think that slider might be reversed, because, I mean, I have a bunch of happy customers. I don't think people are miserable. Unless I'm missing something. In you go, buddy. You're my last patient for the day, so you come and chill out. There you go, bro. In you go. The kids at school keep making fun of me every single day. Mate, you look older than me. By a huge amount. What specifically happens when they target you at school? They call me names in the hallway and push my books down. Bro, you look 50 years old, mate. Would you feel comfortable reporting these incidents to a school counsellor? They follow me around and take pictures to post online. We need to get your parents and school involved immediately. Yeah, that fear is understandable, but users deserve protection and support from adults. Okay. Remember to follow through on your plan and stay safe until then. Okay, I'm definitely sliding towards evil, and I don't know why. That counter has to be broken. If the answers I'm giving them make me evil, I don't even want to know what good is. Okay, that is it. Now I think we've got one more day. Let's I wanted to finish the week out. So, if you're a schoolboy, then I'm an astronaut, mate. You're not a schoolboy. If you were running around with a bunch of kids, I'd probably call the relevant authorities. Okay, we are at the end of our very first week in Therapist Simulator, so let's finish our last day of the week. We have victim mentality, academic pressure, and work stress. I am now an apprentice, apparently. Does that mean I wasn't licensed? Like I just started off, I'm just like literally out of college. No therapy license. I'm just some dude off the street that just tells everybody I'm a therapist. That would actually make a pretty good joke. Yes, I am a therapist. I got my license out of a cereal box. Everything feels so dull and repetitive. I'm just going through motions. Okay, when did you notice the pattern? What specific moments feel the most boring? Have you experienced any major life changes? That's a good question. My job changed and I moved cities. And how did these transitions affect your daily routine? I lost my routines and my support system. Well, there you go. That's a big moment. I see now these changes could contribute to my boredom. Start rebuilding those routines and connections this week. Again, I am still sliding towards evil. That counter has to be broken. Can you go, bro? You look like a new customer. What do you got for me? I can't handle the pressure anymore. My grades are slipping. Again, it's the same guy. What specific feelings trigger it? During exams. Start tracking when the pressure hits so I can spot patterns. My parents expect straight A's. Do you think their expectations reflect their own experiences? That actually sounds, number one, setting more realistic expectations. They'll be disappointed. Your worth isn't defined by their approval. You're doing your best already. I think number 3 would be better. 3 talking points before the conversation. Yeah, I always freeze up. That's a good plan. One strategy this week. Yeah. Okay, so apparently me giving the right advice is turning me into a monster. Good to know. You head in. I'm just going to see if there's anyone else. Hey, come in. It's a party in here. I can't handle these mood swings anymore. They're destroying my life. Can you describe what happens? Everything speeds up or slows down. We should develop some grounding techniques for those rapid changes. When I'm manic, I spend all my money and burn every bridge. Have you considered keeping a mood journal? Actually, no, that's better. What triggers the episodes? Lack of sleep makes it worse. Stress too. Okay. Let's go bedtime routine. That's probably a good start. I mean, says the guy that does not get enough sleep because he's streaming and it's like 12 o'clock at night. But hey, sure, I can give other people advice. Monitor your sleep and mood. Yeah, this has got to be broken. I'm apparently a monster. I'm evil. It's got to be reversed. They've got to have it the wrong way around. I can't be evil. I've got achievements saying that patients are happy. All the reports are saying I'm doing the right thing. Okay, this is it's the same discussion about enclosed spaces. So we're going to bust through this. I think this is probably the biggest issue in the game that dev needs to address. Like, I know you can't have an infinite range of conversations, and it's obvious they've used AI to generate some of this. Conversations, not... I'm just being specific. I'm not a big fan of AI, but in this instance, you know, I'm assuming that's the case because there's a lot of repetition here. And look, I've played games with AI, and that's not bad. I would rather they use it for something like this than, you know, have AI art and really bad AI voice acting and so forth. The repetitive stuff is fine, but I think this needs a lot more variety. Yeah, because if the whole game is me doing this same small selection of discussions, it's going to get very boring very quick. Again, another notch towards evil. So I'll be interested to see what happens when I hit evil. Like, am I actually like, do I lose my license? Does the game end? I probably should have just insulted a bunch of people to see what would happen, but we're already committed to being a good therapist, no matter how much the chart tells me I'm headed towards evil. Yeah, again, it's the same discussion. Okay, yep. I'm still sliding towards the darkness. It's a Friday afternoon, and I've got a bunch of very scary people. They look like they might actually... Oh, it happened again. Look at that. Right on 2 o'clock. And my calendar's open. I mean, I don't know if that's by design, if that's a bug, but I guess that's it. Let's end the week out. See you guys. Well, I guess catch you next week. And we made it our first week as a therapist. Now, I'm going to leave it here because it is very late right now, and I do need to get some sleep. I'll be hanging out with the boys as usual. We'll be playing some Project Zomboid with the new Build 42. So if you're interested in seeing that, check me out tomorrow. I will be back next week. I've got a bunch of games I didn't get to tonight, so don't worry, there's plenty more to come. I'll have a chat to all the developers tonight and hopefully give them that useful